Hey everybody, Lee Goldstein for 10-Minute Trades. Welcome to the weekly Market Movers video preview. This is our trade room schedule, as well as a look at all the events that we feel will move the futures markets in the upcoming week. Let's get started. All times are Eastern Time. We've got some great events this week. Sunday evening at 10 o'clock, no trade room, but we'll be watching Chinese retail sales, industrial production, and their unemployment rate. Now, you may notice on this report this week, there are quite a few notes that say watch. When we say watch, that means it's an event that maybe hasn't moved markets recently. It might just be an event we're keeping an eye on to see if it's moving markets. It may be a report that we're thinking of trading, but it just hasn't been impactful enough. So there's a lot of reasons why we'll watch a report but not have a trade room for it. But that means you should keep an eye on it. You could practice creating setups for those types of reports, and they might become important at some point, or they may just continue to be news events we keep an eye on. Monday morning's Empire State at 8:30 a.m. does not rate a trade room. Our first trade room on Monday is a family money trade, the NOPA Crush report. That'll be at 11:30. Then we'll be back at 12:30 for the 20-year bond auction, which will also be our YouTube stream of the day. Tuesday at 5 a.m. just watching the German zoo report, but we'll be in the room at 8 a.m. for a family money trade and a YouTube stream, U.S. retail sales. No trade room for 9:15 a.m.'s capacity utilization, industrial production. It doesn't move markets, which always surprises me, but we will be back in the room at 4 p.m. for the API crude oil report. Wednesday, British CPI is an official event, but no trade room, and no trade room for the European final core CPI at 5 a.m. Wednesday, we will have unemployment claims, building permits, and housing starts. That trade room starts at 8 a.m. Oil's at 10 a.m. on Wednesday because of Juneteenth. There are no oil and gas reports because of the holiday. They're changed around this week. Natural gas is 11:30 a.m. on Wednesday, not a Thursday report this week. And the biggest event of the week, maybe of the month, maybe of the last 3 months, is the FOMC statement, a YouTube stream, 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday. It's very much expected. There may be a rate cut, but that should be a fantastic trade room, lots of opportunity. And then at 6:40 p.m., New Zealand has their GDP. That's a liquidity alert because it's very difficult to trade the currency futures on the New Zealand dollar. There's not a lot of volume, so we just watch that. We don't have a trade room. Thursday, Juneteenth, British Bank of England official bank rate, 6:30 in the morning. We will have a trade room for that, and we will have a 9:15 p.m. trade room for the Australia jobs report. The Swiss bank rate is at 3:30 in the morning on Thursday. That usually can be a tradable event if you're awake, or if you're overseas. Keep an eye on that with the Swiss franc. Friday, British retail sales at 2 a.m. is just a watch. In fact, all the reports on Friday are watches, but we will have a trade room for Philly Fed and Canada's retail sales. We'll use that as an educational trade room. 8 o'clock for that. That will be our final trade room of the week. And again, Thursday is a holiday, so the schedule's a little bit different this week. Everybody, keep an eye on your email. There's always a great opportunity to join us, to become a member at a great offer, so check your email. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see everybody, you know where, in the trade room. Take care.